Eamon and Beck is a couple that I love to follow on YouTube. I empathize with them. I love their content. I love their van life videos, their videos about meeting other people in the van life community to experience the world, and I love them as entrepreneurs. They have a little tea business where they sell teas on different events and on markets. I like them as people because I see them as beautiful souls and beautiful people, and that is why I follow them. I think I can relate to them in different ways, and that's why I follow them. I think that's why everyone is following someone on YouTube or on TV, because they can relate to those people. But that's why I follow Eamon and Beck. And Beck, she was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, and she's now undergoing chemo, and we all hope that she will get cured. We don't know yet, but we hope so. And I made a video about it where I told a couple of videos ago, and I said that I empathize with them, and that I hope that she will get well, and some kind words. And even though it's not what my channel is about, it's about filmmaking, as you may know, but I think some kindness once in a while, even though it doesn't relate to my target audience. That's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to do on my channel. Some people took it very, not in the wrong way, because they feel, if they feel that it's not wrong, but it wasn't my intent. I used a thumbnail where I did something like this, and the title, Eamon and Beck, she has breast cancer or something like that. People took it like I had made fun of a breast cancer because but what happened was that when you upload a video to YouTube, YouTube will suggest three or four thumbnails you can choose from, or you can upload your own thumbnail. The problem with those thumbnails YouTube suggested was that only in one of them I have my eyes open, and that was in this one, and then there was two other thumbnails where I had my eyes closed and my mouth open. I think that looks very stupid, so I took this one. I could have uploaded a custom thumbnail with a lot of graphic in it to maximize the clicks from the viewers when the people find the video on YouTube. A better thumbnail would maximize the clicks and give me more views. I didn't do that because I didn't want to take advantage of a sad situation where Beck or any person has cancer. It's not something I want to exploit in a way. And actually I didn't think that this video was going to get more than 30-50 views, but it did. It tapped into their community, and their community are very big. And when people search for Eamon and Beck, breast cancer, etc. on YouTube, then they ended up on my video, some of their views anyway. And then that video got over 10,000 views, currently around 11,000 views after a month, and normally I get, if I'm lucky, 100, 200 views, and a few around 1,000 views. People criticize me for this, but I had to leave that as a thumbnail because, again, I didn't want to exploit the situation, and then some people was offended, etc. But that leads me to my next little rant. Eamon and Beck, once in their van life journey about 3 years ago, they met up with a couple called Trent and Allie, or Trent and Allie, I think. I followed them too on YouTube, especially at the time 3 years ago when they were van lifing. They met up with Trent and Allie, and that's the way I learned about Eamon and Beck. Now to Trent and Allie. Trent and Allie is building a house. They're building the house themselves. They get a bit of help from builders, and they have a friend currently. I can't remember his name, Josh or Jonathan or something like that. And he's helped them. He's an old friend of Trent, childhood friend, and he helps them because he's a genuinely great guy, and that's great. Then Trent and Allie made a video some days ago, and they said that stated that they had been struck with the coronavirus, and they have a little kid too, so they were afraid that the kid was going to get sick. And now the big thing, they, because it's the truth, their childhood friend, or Trent's childhood friend, let's call him Jay because I think his name starts with J, first got tested and was tested positive for the coronavirus. Then he may have infected Trent and Allie, and that was something Trent and Allie said in the video, that he may have infected them, and they were worried about their kid. And that's it. Nothing more than that. It wasn't an allegation of, oh, he might have killed our kid, or it was just he was infected, he infected us. Then people in Trent and Allie's community started to hate on Trent and Allie because they made the video, because they took it as an attack on GA. And that is the problem with the internet nowadays. It's so easy to hate and misinterpret and misunderstand. GA, this Trent and Allie and Jay then made a video a few days later, and Jay didn't see it as an attack on him at all. He didn't. He saw it as a video where Trent and Allie said that he may infected them, and that's it. But Trent and Allie was forced, not by Jay, but by the community, to apologize to Jay and to the community, even though Jay didn't want it. I mean, you can see in the video that Jay was so uncomfortable with it, and Trent and Allie was so comfortable with it because it wasn't their intent. Now back to my experience with Eamon and Beck's community. Again, I love Eamon and Beck. This is not anything about them. This is about some people from their community, and a general talk about communities who hate. It's not fun being a creator, and I have examples from Sweden, where I live, and from internationally, and from the US and Canada and England, etc., where a creator's community is starting to hate on businesses. Let's say a business has made an error or mistake around a creator, and the creator makes a video about it, not to shame the company, but just throw it out as a comment or a part of a vlog. Then the problem is that many in the community, they take it as an opportunity to attack the company. So let's say the creator has 1 million of subscribers, then maybe 5%, that's 50,000 subscribers, will make a shitstorm on Facebook or on social media in general on that company, even though it's not what wasn't the intent from the creator. And by doing so, the community, the people in the community, think they help the creator, but actually they shame the creator as fuck. It patronizes the creator. It makes it difficult for the creator to build relationship with businesses in the future, because businesses are so afraid of getting into a shitstorm on social media. And when they see maybe that Eamon and Beck's or Trent and Allie's community is hating on either Jay or on me, then they might back off from a deal with Eamon and Beck or Trent and Allie, and they won't give them any money to make that brand deal, because they're afraid to get into a shitstorm because Trent and Allie say something 100% innocent, but someone choose to misinterpret it and make it into something very bad, and then a shitstorm is ongoing towards the company, and they can't risk that because for the company it isn't YouTube, it isn't about getting known, it's about making money. And if they get into a shitstorm, they will lose money, so they can't afford a shitstorm, so they can afford to work with creators like Trent and Allie and Eamon and Beck. So this is for everyone out there in communities around social media creators, whatever you call them, creators or the dreadful word influencers or anything else. If you are following someone on social media, even if they're small, because they might get big someday, or if they're big, please do not attack other people, other creators, other community members or other businesses just to defend the creator or influencer. At least ask the creator, is this really something you want me to do? Because if the creator has a massive following of 1 million followers and just 2 or 5% is going to misinterpret something, then it's going to create a massive tsunami effect on a small business which could close them. So that's not something you want as a creator, so please think about that. You are, what we say in Denmark, you're doing them a bjørnetjeneste, a bear's favor. By thinking you're helping them, you are actually hurting the creator. And that's what I wanted to say. I'm personally, I do not give a flying fuck about what someone on the internet is thinking or saying about me. I can block them in an instant. It takes me 2 seconds to block a person on my YouTube channel, and they won't know. They won't know they're blocked, but they're blocked. No one can see what they're writing, but they have to use 10 minutes to open a new account. So hate on me, I don't care. I'm just gonna block you. The worst comments, death threats. I have gotten death threats, or stuff about my family. If it's constructive criticism, if it's criticism who I think will be able to help me to improve myself, as a person, as a creator, my channel, then I will listen to it. And of course I will let it be on the channel in the comment section. But there's a very big difference in hating on someone or wishing that they should die, and then saying, hey, maybe you should change this thumbnail because this isn't this, and then I can say, well, I'm not going to do it, and then we can maybe agree on disagreeing, or we can have a further adult discussion. But when you're starting to hate on someone, that's what I wanted to say. Take care out there, beautiful people. I loved you. It's a cool world. And a shout out to Ukraine. I hope you'll be able to beat the Russians' ass. And I hope that you will get your freedom and your country back without the Russian occupation forces in it. Be kind out there. Don't hate on anyone else. And have a beautiful day.